Hello, this is Yahweasel. Let's play Dragon Quest VIII, and let's finish off the normal game content. We've already beat the final boss and got sort of the semi-last cutscene, but let's go ahead and get the post-end cutscenes, I don't know. And after that, we'll do a little bit of post-game content. Princess loves to play the piano, but recently all she plays is sad tunes. I'm starting to find it a bit depressing, actually. This is going to be, you know, at the last minute they create a romantic subplot.
This is the last time I'll play the piano like this in here.
Yeah, that's the only piano that exists.
I wonder if there'll be a piano I can play in Argonia. Thank you for coming. Is it already time to leave?
No!
Oh. Well, we can stay here for a little longer then.
There might be stuff for me to steal from your room first. Such as crafting recipes or some such junk. For some reason, the words "Have a nice day" are scrawled in huge letters on one page. Yahweasel smiles happily. Well, that's just bizarre. That's creepy. No books of interest there. Are you hiding the good stuff in your toilets back here? Or your actual bedroom, whichever. Are these... Carter, great. Are these golder than they're supposed to be, or than the usual ones are? Does she actually have, like, special cabinets? Okay, well, now that I've stolen your garter because I'm the creepiest human being who's ever lived, it is time to go, yep. I asked the minister to have you come and fetch me so that we could have this one last walk through the castle alone together, just like old times. I know it's not quite the time yet, but I wanted to say goodbye to you properly, to thank you for everything you've done. The times I've spent in Trodain Castle with you will be memories I shall treasure for always, in spite of the fact that all of them happened before the game, and so you haven't actually experienced any of them. I have to marry the Prince of Argonia to fulfill my royal duty, and you have to please continue to serve my father and protect Trodain, just as you always have. So then, shall we go? It won't do to keep people waiting for too long. I was really hoping it would give me another yes-no there, in spite of the fact that it's the same question as a moment ago. Yeah, once we get out of the castle, she's gonna ask us to help spirit her away somewhere. As it turns out, I fell in love with you because you kinda look like a horse, too. You're very tall. Me? What? You know, I got a zoom spell. I can get you there real quick. We don't have to do this. This is slow and stupid. I can have you there in like 10 seconds flat. Okay, enjoy your multi-month voyage. Hello, you can do it. I believe in you. Loading. Come on. Come on. CD load times. Gee, if only we had a spell that could have bypassed all of this. It's too bad no such spell exists that we've had since the beginning of the game. So what, she rode here in a carriage and he followed along on foot? Gee, just like old times, except she used to pull the carriage.
So this is Sevilla Cathedral. What a perfect place for a grand royal wedding.
Good lord.
Excellent work, young man. You did an admirable job of escorting us. Your duty here has now been fulfilled.
Okay, bye.
You shall stay the night at the inn and return to Trudane tomorrow.
But I thought they'd all be attending the wedding.
I'm sorry, Princess, but I'm afraid that won't be possible.
Don't worry, I'll be your courtesan later.
Well, pleased to make your acquaintance indeed. I am Prince Charmley of Argonia.
Yep, we remember you.
Goodness, you must be Princess
Horseface.
Charmed, I'm sure. One look at you is enough to make me forget all the other beautiful girls I've ever met.
Yowza.
I'm the luckiest man in the world to have you as my wife.
Blimey. What's with all the romance? I didn't know you had it in you, Charmless.
It's Charmley. Oh, aren't you those servants from the initiation?
That's us.
No doubt you're here because you heard the news of my wedding. Well, I'm afraid this is as far as you can come.
Okay.
I can't possibly have commoners like you at such a grand royal affair.
And then we just chop his head off.
It's not as if you're aristocracy or wealthy or, well, anything.
Can we just actually murder him?
That brat is unbelievable. Can't let us in on account of our being too common, indeed. The preening little snob. It's been a while since the initiation, but he is still just as obnoxious as ever.
Whereas we saved the world.
And yet tomorrow, he's going to be marrying the princess. Can you believe it?
Yahweasel. I was really hoping it would pop up a yes-no dialogue and I could say, yeah, I believe it.
Are you really going to let this happen? If you ask me, it's your duty as Chief of the Palace Guard to protect the princess's happiness.
I mean, is that an excuse to murder the kid? Because I'd love to. It's too bad I can't talk. That would make things easier. Do I actually have a choice? Can I just, like, leave and not do anything about this? This is a really badly shoehorned in romantic subplot.
Rise and shine, Gav. The princess will be getting itched in a bit. We've come all this way. We should at least try and get a glimpse of her all dolled up. I'll go on ahead then, eh? I'll be waiting in front of that big church.
Okay. There's a huge crowd in front of the cathedral. Everyone wants to catch a glimpse of the Princess of Trudane. My accent changed halfway through that sentence. Trudane and Argonia. They say the two royal families have had a marriage arranged for years and years. Goes right back to their grandfather's generation, apparently. They're very inbred now. Hello. You can do it. There we go. Trying to figure out where I am. Situate myself. Can I just ignore them? Just walk past? Nope.
We thought you weren't coming. The ceremony's already started. It's bedlam up there with all those people. I doubt anyone would notice you among the crowd.
Because you're not recognizable in the slightest. Well, hell with it, bye. I don't belong there, so I'm leaving. I can only imagine how pilgrims who chose today to visit Sevilla must feel, seeing the great cathedral for the first time just as the happy couple emerge. Priceless, defining moment in history, marking a new reign of peace and harmony as the great kingdoms of Trudane and Argonia are joined in happy union. Trudane doesn't seem like that great of a kingdom. It's just a castle. There's no town. The man and his wife are starting their new life together at the cathedral here. not a stone's throw from the Lord High Priest's own home. Good for them. Well, bye. You can't go outside at the moment. Why not? What the heck? Did it seriously just start slowing down? Yes, it did. Wow. If I run this way, it's very slow. That's interesting. Can I just leave? Let's go home, actually. Let's go to Trodain. Some mysterious plot wall appears to be blocking it. Okay, so I don't actually have any choice at all, do I? Fancy meeting you here. You remember me, Lorenzo. I was engaged to marry Jessica. Well, anyway, that's all in the past now. Oh, yes, do you remember High Priest Rollo? Now I'm engaged to marry him. Who you were imprisoned with on Purgatory Island? Well, you'll never believe this. High Priest Rollo is the new Lord High Priest. I mean, what a miraculous reversal of fortune for the man. Life is just full of surprises, isn't it? I can't see the princess at all. To think I've served her all this time. Sometimes I wonder if it's all worth it. It's not. It really isn't. Good lord, slow down. Could you slow down more? Hello. There we go. It's a good thing I'm quite tall.
I can't see a thing from here.
What's going on? Has it already started?
People are saying that the bride looks stunning. I wish I was more like her.
I'm more
You mean more
interested in
royal?
seeing the new Lord High Priest than the bride and groom, but it's impossible to see anything from here.
Congratulations, Princess Medea! Congratulations, Prince Charmles!
Gee, if only we could fly.
Hey, stop pushing.
Wow!
There you are, Gov. I knew you'd turn up. Right, this way. Follow me.
What now? We just, like, magically transmuted through someone. Transmute is not the right word.
We've got this far. Now, we just have to take care of that knight.
What the hell are you planning? No? How about no? No isn't an option. Good lord! We're being dragged into this against our will! None of these people talk. Why won't you let us in as well? Oh, it's so unfair. Okay, they all say the same thing. The groom will be giving the bride a great big kiss about now. Oh, the lucky beggar. Beggar instead of bugger, because bugger means something we're not allowed to put in a video game. If you don't shake a leg, they're gonna have got itched. I'm ready. If you want to go in, now's your only chance. I don't, actually. Halt! You can't come any closer until the royal wedding ceremony is over. You'll just have to wait around the front. Are you trying to tell me that you've been invited? Nope. Well, at least you're honest. Now just wait with everyone else. Okay, bye. Ah, but thou must! Yeah. Sure, why not? Liars! All of those invited have already been seated inside the cathedral. I hope you aren't thinking of forcing your way inside. Nope. I didn't think so. Well, okay, bye. Okay, now I'm thinking of forcing my way in because I don't have any actual choice.
What?
Wow. Holy crap.
You leave him to me, Gov. Go on, in you go.
What are you've already taken care of him. You can come in too. There's nothing stopping us now.
Honestly, where has the princess got to? What could possibly be taking her so long?
She's a horse again. I will marry you.
What do you think you're doing? Are you trying to ruin my wedding?
Give me a yes, no.
I won't stand for it. Guard Let's get rid of him at once.
I killed the frickin' god of darkness! I can stop you!
Interruption, Your Majesty, lords, ladies and gentlemen. I have an urgent communique for the king.
The princess hates your son as much as everyone else.
Is this true?
Ah. What is it, Father? Tell me at once.
It seems the bride, Princess Medea, has disappeared.
Of course she has.
What did you say? I don't believe it. Well, she must have been kidnapped. It's the only explanation.
Kidnapped by her own senses. She came to her senses.
Of course.
Yeah, I kidnapped her into here.
It was you. This is all your doing. He was jealous, so he kidnapped the princess. Seize him at once.
Envious. I was envious.
Phew. You're okay.
For now.
Hey? What's going on, Gov? Where's the princess? What's happened to the wedding?
Hey! Get
Yahweasel!
over here, we've got trouble.
Yeah, I caused some trouble.
Princess Medea are surrounded by soldiers down there.
What?
You what? I don't get it. But we better get a move on, Gov. It don't look good.
Yeah, we can kill Rapthorn, but not a bunch of guards.
Do you think we'll just let you go after you ruin the royal wedding like that?
Give me a yes, no! Yes!
Leave them to us.
Yahweasel.
You just get the princess and King Trode to safety.
Hello. There we go. I just can't walk back. Oh, I can watch them.
We can handle things here. Just save the princess.
Okay, fine, if you insist. How dare you oppose the Lord High Priest's personal guard? Give yourselves up now. Resistance is futile. You will be assimilated. What on earth happened in there? What's the panic? That old man's tougher than he looks. I think he's going to manage to make off with the bride. Oh, wow, the king is actually trying to, take the bride away. He came to his senses, or he talked to her. Wow. He's using a twig.
Ah, there you are.
Yahweasel?
Just in the nick of time. I knew I could depend on you. You have to take Medea and escape from here at once.
Oh, okay.
Can't possibly let that awful Prince Charmless marry my beautiful Medea. My country's honor matters not one jot compared to her happiness. Please, take her to safety.
I have, you know, the zoom spell. We could just leave quite effectively. And then all of the hullabaloo is just gone. Where's the music? Well, bye. Well, bye. You ruined our wedding ceremony, you subversive traitors! Well, bye. Take care of Medea. Don't worry about me, lad. Just take Medea away from here. Okay, fine. I'm doing everything in my power to ignore her.
My marriage was arranged by our two families long ago. I thought I had no choice but to accept it gracefully. I always resigned myself to it. I always saw it as my duty as princess.
'Cause it is.
But I simply can't abide him. If it's a choice between marrying that twit and being a horse, you can make mine a grass sandwich. I can't live my whole life denying my true feelings.
I truly want to be a horse.
Take my hand and let's run away together. Please, take me away from here.
Can I choose no? Oh my god, no!
Could you?
Oh my god, okay. We have no choice. Got it. Oh, well, okay. Every question in this entire game has been but thou must.
Take my hand and let's run away together. Please.
Yahweasel?
Take me away from here.
He's a pretty effective stick fighter. This is the most, like, god-awfully shoehorned romance in the history of storytelling. Just imagine that they knew each other before these adventures. I mean, there was some hint that they did know each other before the adventures, but, like, not a lot.
How could you let them get away, you incompetent rogues? How could you be so remiss as to let a wagged wobble like them wout you, you rotten rascals? I should have known better than to entrust my princess's retrieval to a troop of reluctant roughnecks.
Then why don't you go after them and bring the princess back yourself?
But I can't do that all on my own. I'll send the royal guard.
Typical. You think that just because you're a prince, you can solve everything with money and power.
That is genuinely exactly what royal families do.
But I got that huge argon heart during the initiation all by myself.
Nope.
Enough of your lies! I know the truth.
Why was his mouth moving? And then he murdered his only son, ending that family line. Is this scene gonna be the marriage of Medea and Yahweasel? There's like a lot of events. Okay, good, we're running away, fine. Everybody was positioned just like before the, all of these events, so it seemed strange. Here, you drag along this cart.
Cool, blimey, father.
Good lord. Bye! Hey! End credits, finally! It's about damn time. Okay. So, I cheated, and I have no shame because the game was really shitty at that point. Basically, here's the problem. So, I know a way that I could have gotten... Okay, so first off, there's so many problems on top of each other, I don't even know how to discuss it. So, main problem is that it was impossible to get appropriately leveled there. In terms of either just actual level or in terms of equipment. And it seems like the only solution, quote-unquote, to that problem would have been to get that, to kill a bunch of metal enemies. But I despise despise that entire game mechanic. Like, why? Why? Why must you make it rolling the dice? Because the metal enemies, basically how they work, if you don't know, is that they take a tiny amount of damage and tend to flee, but if you manage to kill them, then you get a huge amount of experience. I hate that mechanic. I viscerally hate that mechanic. When you do a battle in an RPG, you should feel, when you succeed, you should feel like it was your success. And when you fail, you should feel like it was your failure. But if it's just rolling the dice, then you don't feel successful at all. You don't feel like you've contributed anything. You may as well just sit here pressing the button repeatedly while it rolls dice on the screen. I'm not playing roulette, I'm playing a video game. So fine, if I had spent countless hours to figure out what combination made the boomerang that would have made doing that easier, then I could have killed a bunch of metal enemies, spent countless hours doing that, and gotten leveled up appropriately, and from there I could have beaten the game. But the thing is, it's a story-based game. I think I said this a couple episodes ago. In a story-based game, you should... There's so much anger inside of me. In a story-based game, you are paying with the effort of playing the video game and of going through the actual gameplay, and what you get for that payment is the story. So you are invested into the story. But it would have taken so many hours of completely story-free just grinding to get to the point that I got by cheating... why would I do that? What could possibly compel me to do that? I generally don't cheat in video games, but this one is such shit that it compelled me to cheat. Rather, since the alternative was that, 3 episodes ago this series would have ended and I would have just said, to hell with it, I'm not playing this game. So, that's what you get. And frankly, in Dragon Quest V, I ended in a somewhat similar situation, but the grinding situation wasn't quite as bad, because the enemies were still giving enough experience that it took a few hours, but I could grind up. But the enemies at this point were giving nothing, and it would have taken so many hours that I was forced to go to the metal enemies, and even that would have taken countless hours, because I would have had to figure out the alchemy crap. God, the whole game is just, it's like it's arranged to infuriate me. Everything that should be optional because it's boring and awful isn't optional because you need to do it to get appropriately leveled to actually beat the end boss. And then, to be honest, the story is not that great. It's not terrible. I've seen worse. But it's certainly not worth the countless hours I would have had to spend to get that last little bit, which is completely off. It was a Easter egg hunt! And the rest of the story didn't impress either. The beginning, right up to when we killed Dulmagus, I was sort of tolerating it under the assumption that things would deepen and get far more sort of interesting, which is exactly what happened in Dragon Quest V. But instead what happened is that I'm drawing all these parallels to Zelda. Of course, that's classic archetypes, but the point is, it is just the classic archetypes, and the characters have no interesting connection to the world beyond the one event that brought them in, so they're really just a ragtag bunch, and... like I said, the world building, like I said before, the world building was really good, but the story was so bare, and the characters so just uninteresting, that I did not want to put that much effort into getting the story out of it.
It's been a long journey. A lot has happened along the way, but it's all worked out well in the end. Old obligations matter not one jot. What matters is being able to live a full and happy life. You should decide for yourself who you wish to marry. I won't rush you. Take as long as you need. Although, I don't know how easy it will be to find someone now that you've jilted a prince.
What? I can't hear you over the music. Okay, so they're not actually going to marry her to Yahweasel in the post-game cutscene. I assume that there's some post-game content that would accomplish that goal, but it hasn't thus far. You succeeded in defeating the Lord of Darkness. If you save here, your victory will be recorded in an adventure log. This will allow you to continue your adventure from the moment just before you set off to fight Rasputin. Yes. Save. Memory card slot 1. Hey, I know that place. Spooky. Okay, so to finish what I was saying, I mean, I was not particularly fond of Dragon Quest V, and this was worse. The story in Dragon Quest V was far more intricate and connected, because the characters had a deeper connection to the plot than this one. And here we are. And I guess this is the final screen. I can't even click through to load or anything. There's nothing I can do here, okay. So, no, I just genuinely didn't like this game. I mean, world building, great. The world was actually really interesting and there was a lot to it. But they didn't connect the story to that world enough for me to sort of continue to care. The whole story was just an Easter egg hunt within that world, which is exactly like Phantasy Star, frankly. And the characters were boring, and the story was boring, and the gameplay was boring. So there we are. I don't think I like Dragon Quest. It's too damned random. The whole game is too random. You end up depending on randomness so much in both Dragon Quest V and VIII. I don't think I like the mechanics of this series. And I don't think anyone, you know, there are certain genres I don't like that, you know, okay, fine, if you like it. No one should like these mechanics. No one should like these mechanics. It's so random. It's so random. No one should like game mechanics like this. And I'll say, by the way, some people will say, oh, well, you intentionally mismanaged your team and such. One character, I did the attributes wrong. Yangus, the attributes were just plain wrong. Everybody else, all I did was choose. If I'm not allowed to make a decision, then what the hell? All I did was choose a particular weapon. So, yeah. That was the only thing I did wrong. Beyond that, the only things you could claim I did wrong was avoiding the sort of side quest, the optional side quest stuff that bores me to tears. Because I don't want to do alchemy crap, because it's boring to click around my inventory and click around all of the recipes in the world and just go looking for items and doing yet another Easter egg hunt within the game that could be called Dragon Quest Easter Egg Hunt. So, yeah, I didn't want to do that because that's boring. Monster hunting is exactly the same thing. I don't like Pokemon. I'm certainly not going to like the monster hunting within Dragon Quest. To me, this game basically had no particularly redeeming features. I mean, I've played worse, obviously. It's a perfectly sort of well-made game for what it is. There's just nothing to make me want to play it. Except, of course, that I was doing a Let's Play and thus was sort of personally invested in completing the game. Like, if I had gotten up to... What was the boss that came before Imperia? The first one that I really started just getting angry at? Oh yeah, the stupid pirate thing. If I had gotten to that boss, or frankly, even the stupid, the mimic that came way before that, if I'd gotten to that boss playing normally, I probably would have just said, you know what? To hell with it, because I don't care enough about the game to continue playing. The only reason I continue playing is that I do care about actually finishing the Let's Play. So, yeah, there we are. I can't imagine why people like this kind of game mechanics. It's really bad. I'm sure you'll reply in the comments to say why you like it. Okay, well, there's some post-game content to do, so I'll go ahead and do that. But right now, I'm going to go and just fume for a bit. So I'll do that. I'll just same episode. I'll just continue. But see you then. And we're back. Look at that fancy star. So fancy. So, actually, I figured out, or was told, that you don't have to rebeat the final boss to get the side quest to figure out more about the main character. You have to rebeat the final boss to get the alternate ending. So I may or may not do that, but that side quest I'm interested in because they really... Oh, wait, that was different. You've joined us again. May the Shepherdess continue to watch after you. Okay. Feel like... Hello! Feel like... Okay, this is the same, though. Anyway, so that side quest may be worthwhile, and then perhaps after doing that side quest I'll be built up enough to actually beat the final boss more easily. Anyway, so I'm gonna do that. Then we know where that side quest is, because I had already flown there and thought, what the hell is this thing? So let's fly there and think, what the hell is this thing? But now with the ability to actually do a side quest, eh? Remember when we were being shown the original endgame cutscene, it showed, ooh, the dragon statue. Something showed up on it. And that's exactly what happened. So we need to go kind of northeast of here, right? Yes, northeast, basically. Where is it? Why won't the camera turn? The camera controls are really screwy in flight mode, by the way. They may, you know, seem sensible if you aren't actually playing, but they are very strange. Okay. Oh dear, am I gonna have to fast forward there because I don't remember where the heck it is? It's somewhere... It is somewhere. I'm quite convinced that it does exist within the world. Please hold. Found it. I was just right over there. And... Dive bomb, yes. So, hilariously, before we got the message, nothing is written here, which it's like, why would we expect anything to be written here? Like, what a bizarre message that is. It's like you walk up to a random wall and look at the wall and it says, nothing is written on this wall. Well, of course not, it's a wall! Ooh. Okay, we just get teleported. And we have a torch magically. How convenient. Don't have a map, that much is obvious. I like that weird lip, I thought I wouldn't be able to make it over that. What kind of enemies? Heavy hood. Really? In like the... Oh my god. Must you repeat every freaking enemy? Everybody fight wisely. And let's use super throw. It's very dank in this cave, apparently, if the background is to be believed. That's how you call for backup, really? Oh, they hit pretty hard, actually. I love that when they've called for backup, that goes out of order. It's so bizarre. Once again, it's convenient that all enemies are bisexual. Okay, we get it. You really want to kill Yahweasel. Okie dokie, that's fun. Angelo, I'm told to use this more often. Focus on healing. Fight. Super throw. Oh yeah, there we go. He actually cured Yahweasel. It doesn't give me the opportunity to sort of divide who heals and be more strategic about it, but it does allow me to not worry about it, I guess, so that's nice. Ow! They hit really hard. And what level am I supposed to be at this point, I wonder? Because I'm well beyond what I possibly could have gotten to by grinding. 225! Oh, that's right, he was tensioned up. Time to die. Or not. Well, we tried anyway. Okay! Really glad I set you on focus on healing, actually. Hooray! Hey, look, a level up for Angelo! In fairness, the cheating I did to get more levels is pretty mild as cheating goes, and an experience multiplier is just a grinding divider, so it's kind of not a big deal. Oh, only one person needed any healing there. Hello? Really wish I had a map. Map would be nice. Wasn't this weird effect earlier in the game? Like, this is, I guess, water reflecting off of that, but somehow the water only reflects off of that wall? Wait, didn't I see this exact cave earlier in the game? Silhouettes appear. Gee, it's another recolored enemy. Lots of games do it, but I really do feel like Dragon Quest has gone a little bit beyond the pale here. Like, again, I always compare it to Final Fantasy, but Final Fantasy, I mean, certainly in the earlier games they recolored enemies a lot, but they were getting better about it by this point. And you are dead, and you are not dead. Her sword is actually powerful enough now that she uses it in lieu of spells in a lot of cases, because she has, I think, the second most powerful sword I can get without, special crap. Without alchemy is what I'm trying to say. This is feeling a bit familiar, is it not? Very, very early in the game, there was a cave like this. It's the cave where the mushroom thing was, that was supposed to be... It was like the introduction to special enemies. Yahweasel cast death. Victory! I love how in the context of the game, we've got, you know, the giant evil to defeat, but instead I decided to go fly to this weird random platform and touch a stone and get dragged magically into a cave. I'm the most ADD video game character ever. Okay. So... This big guy has 6 worshippers, worshipping his knees mostly. Gee, it's more recolors. This game is very clever with its enemies. I don't understand when it's like, I mean, this is supposed to be a special and interesting thing that you've unlocked after having beaten the game. Ooh, fascinating. And it's still just like recolored enemies. I haven't even found a unique enemy to this area yet. How, it's just strange. Like, why is that the way they did this? Also, these enemies seem to be doing no damage. The earlier enemies were doing all... Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, they can do damage. Just only those ones. Oh, she's cursed! Yeah, they hit hard. Okay. I acknowledge the hard hitting. This might kill somebody. Or do nothing! What, it didn't even give a message there for Yahweasel. Did he just not even notice? Wow, that is sad. Why does that do so little damage? I mean, there's no way that I'm over-leveled for this area, because I'm, you know, I was basically appropriately leveled for the boss, and you need to have beaten the final boss to get to this area. Wow. Oh, that's right. I must be dazzled. Okay, I am dazzled. I just didn't notice the message that said I was dazzled. Well, in that case, I am going to switch Angelo to fight wisely, and I will focus on healing. I'll use Omni Heal, because that'll act... What? I told you to fight wisely, you jerk! Oh, God. I should have said show no mercy, clearly. Well, now we're just gonna waste a heal here. This is quite the war of attrition here. They don't do a lot of damage, but they sure never stop. Eight. I don't remember becoming completely lightning resistant at some point. Yeah, that's great. Of course it missed! Yeah, I'm gonna have to put the ones that can actually do damage on Show No Mercy, so that they do damage rather than ever heal. Show No Mercy, Show No Mercy. There we go. Super Throw isn't worth it when it will probably fail anyway. You get to die now. Or not. Whatever. We tried. He's obsessed with Yahweasel. and they're obsessed with cursing her in particular. Yay! 1 more down. 0 more down. God, these guys just seem to take a long time. Oh my god. Why would you try that when you're no longer dazzled but managed to miss anyway? Good for you. Well, just 1 more to deal with. I like how when I put him on Show No Mercy, he uses his fisticuff skills that everybody said were terrible, rather than using the magic. An Urn of Saint's Ashes? Wow, that's incredibly rare. That's good, actually. I think I have a cursed item that I need to put the Saint's Ashes with, actually. Hold up just a second here! Let me quickly just run through this and see if I can remember the cursed item. If I do have a cursed item, it must be the Devil's Tail, but I don't think it would be worth using the fairly rare Saint's Ashes on a Devil's Tail, so to hell with it. Just increases agility by 10. I mean, who knows what it would do if I uncursed it. Ah, to hell with it. I'm post-game, it doesn't matter. It's not like I'm going to use it for anything better. Oh, well, I can't use it from here anyway. So where did the wagon go if we got teleported here? Is it just hanging out on that mountaintop? I see a treasure chest over there that I'm almost certainly not going to bother to get. A Pandora's box. That's okay. I'll give a pass for that clever name for an upgrade of the what did they even call the earlier boxes of this game? Well, mimics, whatever they are. Mimickers? Mimickoos? They had something to do with mimicking. I like that, actually. It's Pandora's box. Holy bejeebers, I don't like that. No! I should set him on Show No Mercy. Can I just set him on Fight Wisely but never heal? Is that an option? Oh good, it prevented Jessica from casting spells. It's so weird. Like, one enemy does what was it? 300 something damage, and the next does 40. What? She can't cast spells. That should be weak, I suspect. I don't understand. It's just this bizarre mix of way too strong and way too weak. Yeah, fun. Why would you drain magic from him, you idiot? And he gained nothing? What? That really failed you. Okay, I hope that Focus on Healing will also use Kazing correctly. Because if it doesn't, this is going to be an ugly turn. Stop! Go away! Yeah, okay. Hey, remember me, you thwacking jerks? I don't like when enemies have instant death spells that statistically have some chance, no matter how small, of killing your entire team unavoidably. Like, why would you want to play a game like that? You're doing fine, and then, oops, the dice roll is wrong, and your whole team died. Oh my god. Like that! Now they killed half my team in one go. Video games are fun! Yay, video games! Whee! Yeah, that's right, you chose Yahweasel. To hell with Jessica. You can revive her later or never. He's brought back to... Oh my god, stop! What the hell is this game? The fewer people I can manage to keep alive, the more the chance that the Thwacky casts... Oh, good! Oh, good. And he was almost dead, too. Oh, I hate this game so much. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. I'm getting salty. Getting salty here. Well, that was a lot of fun. Okay. Yeah, statistically, Kazing is still a better deal, even though it costs, obviously, almost double. Because Zing fails half the time. Hooray! Well, that was just a wonderful experience. Huh, this just leads to a treasure chest, eh? Will it be an interesting treasure chest? It is sort of in the middle of all this. It's a monster! A suit of liquid metal armor? What does that mean? Does that, like, prevent me from ever getting hit like the liquid metal enemies? It reduces damage from curses by 2/3. But curses don't do damage. Curses don't... Yeah, curses curse you. I don't understand. Whoa! It is great, though. And anyone can wear it. I mean, Jessica probably needs it the most, but yeah, this is not Yangus, this is Angelo. But Angelo probably needs it more because it's more important for Angelo not to die. And they're both pretty low on the old defense. Okay. Now, what was Angelo wearing before? Oh, that's right. It reduces damage from spells. I imagine that this increase in defense is more valuable than that decrease in magic spell damage. I think they almost all have something that decreases spell damage. That makes them... she definitely doesn't. Okay, whatever. Anybody want this? Anybody want a sage's robe? No, only Angelo can wear it. Yeah, I think that 229 over 183 is worth more than the reduction in magic damage. Especially since it's only 25, which is really not that much anymore. Let me just debate for 20 minutes whether that's, armor is actually worth my while. That's what you wanted to watch, right? Yahweasel can't decide whether to keep some armor. Yahweasel cast death. Nope, he just summoned 2 new things. New-ish, anyway. I mean, just recolors of old enemies. That's with every other enemy in this friggin' game. But, you know, new to me. I'm gonna use Starburst Throw, because I never do. Wow, that was much less effective than I expected it to be. Wow, yeah, see, that doesn't do any better than Super Throw. I don't know, I mean, I assume maybe it's some kind of elemental damage, but no enemy actually gives a crap. Like, it doesn't seem to make any difference against any enemy. I guess some enemies must be very, very spell resistant and some very, very physical damage resistant, and that's the only reason why you would choose one over the other on that. Except, of course, that Super Throw costs half as much, so of course you would always choose that. And less expensive. Hooray! I like that I only really have to decide what the main character does. I assume everybody else is competent. Yes, okay, good. Although Angelo sure loves to use up all of his MP. 22. Oh, that's cute. 23! Ooh! That's 1/22 more damage than the last guy. Oh, good. Everyone who can cast spells can't. Well, definitely pulling out all of the stops except for spells. Shouldn't he be using his kicks and flips and la-di-da's move instead of the magma staff? Go away! I don't like you enemies! Really? I wasn't enough? Dead! Victory! These battles really take a long time, which is annoying. Oh my god, make it stop! There we go. Okay, so I went down there just to get liquid metal armor, which was great, don't get me wrong. Oh, look at that, I missed this on the other way. That's a dragon. It's not a wyvern or a wyrm, it's a dragon. And it's shooting nothing with fire. Good for you. We're very proud of your ability to shoot fire at nothing whatsoever. Right, and there's that. Are those related cave paintings? I assume they must be. Yahweasel cast death. Victory, and a level up for Yangus. HP, MP, some attributes, some skill, 2 skill points. That's really not very much. That's fine, I'll put those in axes. I don't need healing, I'm fine. Okay, right, so I have to leave this area, because all that did was get me some liquid metal armor. Really wish I had a map, and I'll bet there was a map right near the entrance, but since I always follow the left wall, and it was probably just to the right of the entrance, I missed it. Hooray! Okay. Gee, it's more recolored enemies. Okay, don't use magic against them. Noted. And both of the ones that had bounce, by coincidence, dodged my physical attack, too. Hooray! That'll probably be less dramatic than I think. See, look, that only did 47 to Angelo, who now doesn't have the damage reduction from spells. So, I'm really not that concerned, frankly. You dead! You are not! Well, good. Now every surviving one has bounce on, so it is a no magic battle. Do not use magic. They're just really obsessed with us not using magic. They want to make sure that this is a fair fight, where by fair, we mean they use magic and we don't. That's the new definition of fair. Good lord, they're really obsessed with Frizzle. We don't need spells. We can kill you with our feet. His damage has gotten pretty darn good with the regular attack, actually, with fisticuffs. I mean, it's not better than my actual damage dealer, people, but it's you know, not bad. Please die now. Little tribble in a boot. You're dead! Goodbye! I know it's choosing the most efficient way, but it just always seems like it casts a ton of spells. I only have 4 team members and it casts like 12 spells. Okay, that was more like 6 or 7. But... okay, what's down the next hall? And I should make sure to watch the walls to see if there's more interesting cave paintings. Can I swim? Not really sure. Yahweasel cast death. Victory! Angelo really overuses Kabuff in focus on defense mode, or focus on healing mode. He uses it when I've already killed one of the 2 enemies and the other one is no threat to me. Yahweasel cast death! Victory! I took no damage in that battle. I'm always proud of that. Okay, onwards to the next staircase. Into a big open chamber. And onwards to the next staircase. Oh, this is just a slope. Is this going to be another treasure? Yahweasel cast death. Victory! This is starting to turn into a bit of a war of attrition. So I am going to heal and use Holy Protection. Just because I'm barely getting any levels, barely getting any experience, and don't really want to bother with that many enemies. Angelo is already very, very low on MP just from focusing on healing. Okay. We're down here. Oh, look at this. I can barely see this. That's some kind of half-dragon, half-human fiend. Maybe attacking 4 villagers? Oh god, and their bones. Oh, yeah, definitely attacking them, eating them. Yeah, okay, got it. Not my friend. That's a big bad guy. Well, this looks familiar. This is the same dragon in a different pose, but also breathing fire, and an angel from on high, or the goddess, or something. And the villagers are running to the goddess, so perhaps the goddess became known as the goddess after dragon attacks, or something like that. That follows semi-logically. Yahweasel cast death. Victory! Let's see what's behind box number 1 after healing. Yeah, 6 heals for 6 spells for 4 people. Seed of Skill! You know what? I've exclusively given these to Yahweasel, but he really severely doesn't need it. Like, ludicrously doesn't need it. Insanely doesn't need it. Who most needs it? I want to say Angelo, actually, because I think that Angelo isn't quite fully leveled up in any of his skills, in spite of the cheats. I mean, Yangus is leveled up in one of them. Yeah, 96 and 95. Yeah, she's fully leveled up. He's fully leveled up in one. Yeah, Angelo's the only one that has somehow managed not to be fully leveled up in anything. So I'm going to give that to Angelo for a change of pace. And I'm just going to fully level up. Well, let's go with... You know what? Actually, no. Let's go with Fisticuffs to annoy you. And he becomes a Royal Guardian, the highest level attainable. Improves his Harvest Moon, which is a really great technique already, and masters Miracle Moon, and that's it. Well, we'll continue exploring this cave then, next time! Until then, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, I've got hundreds more. Just click that channel button. Cheers! From Yahweasel. Hello, this is Yahweasel. Let's post-play Dragon Quest VIII. Let's play past the ending of Dragon Quest VIII. I really do. I want this to be good, because this character, they really didn't bother to give him any character at all. And I am told this is how he gains some character traits. Give me some character traits. I don't care about the protagonist right now. That's no good. Gotta make the protagonist worth caring about. Anywho, so far I seem to have found various ways through this magical cave, and this is a new one, so this is probably the right path, and this is probably Yahweasel cast death. Victory! Yeah, I feel like given that this has gone through and not led to just a treasure box, this is gonna be an important thing. Did I miss something? I just meant some wall writing. Oh no, that was just a stalactite. Oh, here we go. This is... Wow, this dragon really loves just sort of wandering around firing at everything without actually doing any damage to it. Or he's firing at nothing there. Okay. And then this guy, I think is that half-dragon, half-human again, became worshipped by a bunch of humans. There's something about, like, there's a dragon, and there's the half-dragon, half-humans, and there's the goddess, who looks basically human, and I was just assuming is the goddess, because it's a big old person. And then the half-dragon guy became evil and ate the townspeople who were worshipping him. That's not a nice thing to do. This is a complicated story right now. I'm sort of piecing it together from nothing. Okay, I guess I don't need the torch anymore. It's quite light in here. Oh, I'm outside. Am I, like, on top of the world? What in the hell? Oh, good lord. You know what? I'm gonna flee. This is too many enemies. Nope, I'm not gonna flee. Yahweasel cast death. On myself, probably. Wait, what the heck? I had to point this out, because I had never really looked at these since I'm not using a sword. Dragon Slash, heavy damage to dragons. Haven't seen any, but I think I'm about to. Flame Slash, channels the power of raging fire into the blade. Okay, not interesting. Metal Slash, an attack that can damage enemies with metal bodies. When did I gain that? Is that at like 6 skill points into swords? So basically they've made it so you absolutely must get the swords if you want to be able to level up at this point in the game. Because Metal Slash attacks metal enemies, which is the only way to get any damned experience points. Why couldn't you give me an equivalent in the boomerangs? Why make it a complete mistake to use the boomerangs? Which it isn't, because being able to hurt this many enemies is very nice. Oh, this game. Oh, this game. It suddenly occurred to me that I hate this video game. Oh, it's so bad. Yahweasel died to a desperate attack, but the others all died to death dances and thwack. You know what, if you want to see the side quest, then you can... Then good luck, really. If you want to see this side quest, then you can play the game yourself. Because this game is awful, and I'm so goddamn tired of it, and I'm not gonna... to hell with it. To hell with this terrible game. Bye.